Good afternoon, everyone. It's Jeanette Martin, brand ambassador for the Kaslo Sourdough Pasta Company. I'm so excited to bring you this recipe. I was feeling like a little bit of comfort food, even though it's beautiful sunshine outside. I should be making a big salad. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a nice fresh pasta salad, because maybe we want to take it outside and share a little picnic with our family outside. Just a couple of you, like, you know, social distancing, keeping your family nice and close, and maybe it's time to go for a walk in the park and have a nice little picnic. That will be tomorrow's recipe. So tonight we're going to make beef stroganoff. I took a look at my Joy of Cooking. I hope you guys have that as well for their recipe, and I'm tweaking mine just a little bit because I like a couple of other flavors in my beef stroganoff that I didn't see that were in the Joy of Cooking. So we go live every day, or I go live from my small cottage in South Langley. And we're so glad that you're coming along with us as I'm creating these recipes. You normally will see me out in the stores creating customer engagements and demos with the various products and giving you recipe ideas out there. But now I get to bring them to my own home. I've got my burner set up on the side that has my boiling water on, so I want to get my pasta on quite quickly because this recipe is going to go pretty fast. And now I've got my frying pan going, so it's all about having some fun in my own home kitchen, inspiring you to make sure you're making good, healthful, nutritious recipes that you can share. So I'm a single girl, so the recipe that I make is for one. Maybe sometimes I have enough for a leftover. So throughout this, if you've got a family of 4 or 8, just kind of in your head, times it by 8. Or if you do want the recipe, just tag at the end of the video or tag in the comments, hey, please post the recipe, and we'll do our best to post it for you. So let's get cooking this beef stroganoff. My cast of characters tonight is the my ingredients. I chose the classic rotini because I'm going to be making a sauce in this beef stroganoff, and I want, when this cooks up, that the sauce kind of really twists and turns into that rotini. So I'm going to get that on there now. I've got 80 grams dry weight now. I've got in my pot my boiling water, and I've already lightly salted it. So I'm going to get that in and going. Okay, and I'm going to serve it right back into here. So cast, I've got, this is 5 ounces of, I've only got chuck. In a classic recipe, they normally say tenderloin or sirloin. That's not what I have. I'm going to trim this up, so it's probably about 1/4 pound when I finish trimming it with all the fat off it. Got 1/4 red onion, 2 teaspoons of butter, 2 teaspoons of all-purpose flour, unbleached all-purpose flour. Got a tablespoon of sour cream, 1/2 cup of beef stock, and this is what I have in my pantry, the Epicure beef broth, pepper, grainy mustard. My little secret spice that I like is the smoked paprika. And I like mushrooms in my beef stroganoff. So the last couple of days, I've been making recipes with portobello mushrooms. So I'm going to use my portobello mushroom trimmings, and I've got 1 extra cremini in there to give it kind of, you can kind of see the mushroom when I slice it up. Okay, and a green onion to garnish. Even though I'm by myself, I love my meals to look delicious, even for myself. So let's get going. And I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit, so you can see. You're not going to see my face, but you'll be able to hear me. This is what I call a double board method. Those that have tuned in before, this is really important, that when you are cutting beef, that you have a separate board for the beef and a separate board for your vegetables. So I didn't grab my beef cutting knife, and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's trim up this beef, because I want to get it into my bowl with some salt and pepper and that smoked paprika. I'm going to get my pan on right now. You want I'm going to say medium to high heat on this. Please let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to know where our audience is. If you want any information about shipping Kaslo sourdough pasta to your home or what stores we are in, put that in the comments and we'll make sure our head office, I'm in South Langley, so I don't ship it from here. Okay, trimming this up really well. Oh, my pasta water is boiling over, which is good. See how I'm breaking this up? Because this is a chuck, I'm going to cut this up in pretty small pieces. If you were using a sirloin or a tenderloin, you could go, say, bigger pieces because it's going to be a lot more tender. I need this to be bite size because chuck tends to be a little bit tougher of a meat. Getting in there, trimming off all that excess fat that I don't want in this. How's everybody doing? Hey, today I was on a networking meeting call, and this was pretty funny. The question was, where would you like to go? If you could go anywhere right now, where would you like to go? And you know what my answer was? To the hairdresser. Oh my gosh, I normally have bangs, and I'm having to tuck my bangs back, and it's driving me crazy. So, love to hear, where would you go today? Where you call? Oh, Modesto, California. I've been to Modesto. Beautiful. So, Mary, where would you like to go? Or is that where you would like to go? Is Modesto, California? Give me a thumbs up if you're liking what you're seeing. Okay, I'm going to get rid of my knife and my cutting board and this damp cloth. Okay. My bench cloth. And get my butter into my pan. Starting to get that melted. I'm going to bring this back up to me a little bit. Heather again from Chilliwack. Thank you, Heather, for tuning in. You were here yesterday. So we have my, with my beef. I'm going to do, I love pepper. So I'm going to do, a good, probably half a teaspoon of pepper. Got my smoked paprika. This one is sweet. And I just want like a little background heat, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon in there. Sorry about that. I dropped you. Home to Fruitvale, visit family. Oh, yes. That would be a beautiful place to go right now. Is back home. In with my, my beef. Just giving this all a bit of a stir. No, to get my hair cut. Oh, I know. I would love to get my hair cut right now. Okay. Beef going in. Turn my heat down a little bit. I'll just show you over here. You can see my beef is going to start to cook. It's going to cook pretty fast because I did make it very small. Ooh, there's one guy that didn't get in the bowl, in the pan. Again, good smell vision. Just having that little bit of smoked paprika in there gives a nice, like almost a barbecue-y flavor. Okay. Oh, and let me tilt you down just a little bit so you can see. Going to get some of my vegetables in there now. The onion, just nice little slices, kind of mirroring the longness how I sliced the beef. And in about 1 minute, I'm going to check my pasta to see if it is al dente. Onion go in with the beef. Slicing up my my leftover portobello. And again, about the same kind of sizing as my beef. I haven't had my haircut in 10 years. What the what? You haven't had your haircut in 10 years? It must be really long. Must be like way past your bum. And I've got the scraps of my portobello from yesterday that I was cutting up. And just for a little bit of, so you can see the mushroom shape within the stroganoff, to slice my mushroom, just one cremini that I had. And in it goes, so you see kind of that mushroom shape. Give it all a stir. Okay, I'm going to test my pasta. Put my lid on. Don't want to overcook my pasta. So just bring it out so you can see. Just going to test it. Maybe another 2 minutes. For my liking. Okay. Our beef is sauteing up well. All the action's going to be coming over here. No, actually, let's get the onion ready to go. Who out there likes beef stroganoff? You could probably do this with chicken. You could do this with ground turkey. Classically, it's served over like a buttered noodle. But I like the Kaslo Classic because of the shape. Like I said, it's going to like, all that good sauce is going to get on top of it. So there we go. My garnish is ready. Okay. And there we go. A little bit of bench cleanup. Let's come over here to my frying pan. Just want to get everything nicely wilted. Again, anytime I do anything with the leg onions, if you guys wish there was smell-o-vision. But you know what? If you make this recipe at home, can you maybe take a picture of it? Post it on your social media, tag hashtag Kaslo Sourdough. We love to see you create as we are creating here in my own home kitchen. Okay, so this is almost ready for me to put the flour in and then the beef stock in. Just going to get my pasta out. Can you watch my pan for a minute? Thanks. Okay, so my pasta is ready. Onions and mushrooms are cooking up beautifully. Going to take me love it. What stores carry this down on the coast? Oh, okay. Thank you for that question. We are at Save-On Foods in Abbotsford on South Fraser Way. Palm Market in Coquitlam, Nature's Fair in Langley and in White Rock, Thrifty Foods, Choices Markets. You can order it direct online. Right now we have free shipping anywhere in Canada or the United States. I think you order them by threes, if I remember correctly on the site. Okay, so I've got my flour in there, and a couple of days ago I was teaching you about cooking out a roux. So basically that's what we've done here. I've had my fat in there and now my flour, and the beef has got a bit of a roux on it, and I want to cook out that floury taste before I add my chicken or my beef stock. What's everybody making for supper tonight? This is my supper. Okay, that's cooked out enough. Put my beef stock in there. I want to cook this until it gets thickened up. And if you noticed, I didn't put a lot of salt in with my beef when I was mixing it with the beef or the pepper and the smoked paprika. Because sometimes I find stocks are a little salty as well. I'll correct my seasoning before I go to eat this. Yeah, see how it's getting very like thick? Okay, I'm going to turn, this is the key piece with stroganoff. So this has been cooking for at least a couple of minutes to cook out that floury taste. So the heat is off now, which is important before you add the sour cream and the Dijon mustard. If you added the sour cream while it was cooking and boiling up, bubbling up away, it's going to it could break, and we don't want that. We want the sour cream to fold in there really nicely. Okay, in goes the tablespoon of sour cream. It's not stroganoff unless you have sour cream. You could probably do this with a yogurt, like if you had a Greek yogurt. Oh, I like mustard. So good, kind of level teaspoon of grainy mustard. And you're just stirring in that to kind of melt the sour cream into the sauce or gravy that we created. Just moving it all around. Can you let me know if you guys are seeing this? Ham fried rice. Oh, nice. Ham fried rice. Nice sauce that was created. So we're almost ready to plate. Let me clean up my board. Let's come back over here. My board cleaned up. Got my bowl that I had weighed out my 80 grams dried. And if you can kind of see how the pasta cooked up, it's kind of elongated. So imagine the sauce that I created with my stroganoff is going to sit nicely on top of that. Before I serve it, I'm just going to check it for seasoning. Oh, it's perfect. Serve up some. Oh, you know what? And this is enough for two meals for me. Garnishing it with a little bit of that chopped green onion. And there you have it. Quick and easy beef stroganoff made with, I had some chuck steak, some leftover pieces of portobello mushroom and one cremini mushroom, sour cream, grainy mustard, and a little bit of beef stock and smoked paprika in there just for a little hint. And this is my, you may not know, and we'll keep that there because it looks absolutely delicious. But hey guys, remember to keep your mushrooms in a paper bag. This was just a gift bag. I kind of like it better than the bags that you can get in the grocery store. If you've ever been given a gift, kind of go look for these, you know, heavy duty paper bags. I've had these mushrooms for about 10 days and they've kept beautifully fresh, not going soggy in the paper bag. So there's just a little hint to how to keep your mushrooms for a lot longer. Okay, so from my family to your family, and my family is, I live by myself, so no, I'm the middle child of 7 kids. So from my family to your family, God bless. From the Kaslo Sourdough Pasta Company, and Luigi too, we wish you to be safe. We wish you to be eating healthful ingredients and healthful dinners. We want you at home with your family because we want you around for generations to come. Did you know the Kaslo Sourdough Pasta Company? Well, Kaslo Sourdough has been around for 30 years. We're on to a 2nd generation, and we want you around for generations and generations to come. So any questions once you have about this recipe, please put them in the comments. If you're watching this on the replay, please put replay in the comments. Forward this on to any family or friends. And we'd love to see you every day, Monday to Friday at 5 o'clock, because it has to be pasta time at the Kaslo Sourdough Company. Enjoy the night. I'm going to go eat this and have a good night. Bye-bye, everybody.